by Piper Pinson. The three leaders I am researching are Pierre Trudeau, Louis Riel, and Terry Fox. First, I'm researching Pierre Trudeau, and this is his background. He was the 15th Prime Minister of Canada, and he was known for his commitment to Canadian unity, his striking personality, and his youthful energy. He was born on October 18, 1919 in Montreal. His mother, Grace, was Scottish and French descent, so Pierre and his siblings grew up speaking both English and French. After graduating from high school, Pierre went on to receive a law degree from the University of Montreal. He earned his master's degree from Harvard Law, and studied at the London School of Economics. From 1951 to 1961, he practiced law, specializing in labor and civil liberty cases. He ended up being a part of the staff at the University of Montreal as a professor of constitutional law. Later on, when the then Prime Minister Lester B. Pearson announced his retirement, Trudeau campaigned for leadership and won on April 6, 1998. His accomplishments and major events he was involved in. First, he introduced the Charter of Rights and Freedom, which is now a huge thing in Canadian society, and he patriated the Constitution and implemented official multiculturalism, which is a very big deal in today's world. And the major events he was involved in was the October Crisis of 1970, the patriation of the Constitution, which was also one of his accomplishments, and the implementation of the National Energy Program. The leadership qualities of Pierre Trudeau were first charisma, because he was very well known for being a charismatic leader, which made it very easy for people to follow him. And he was progressive, which meant he made things happen very quickly, like introducing the Charter of Rights and Freedom. And he was very good at communicating because he let the people know where he was at with things and promised to do things, and he delivered on time. The next leader I researched was Louis Riel, and he was a Métis leader who founded Manitoba, was a central figure in the Red River, and he was part of the Northwest Resistance. He was the leader of two popular Métis governments until his execution in 1885 for high treason. He was born in 1844 in Saint Boniface. His father was a businessman and a political leader in the Métis community. His accomplishments and major events. He accomplished leading the Red River Resistance. He founded Manitoba. He led the Métis and First Nations people in the Northwest Resistance against Canadian settlers, which was not easy back then. And the major events was the creation of Manitoba, because we now still know Manitoba as what it is when he found it, and the execution in 1885 for treason, because he was executed. And his leadership qualities were fearless, because he was not afraid to resist against what was right at the time, and his clear goals, because he knew what he wanted and he got what he wanted, and he helped others get what they wanted as well. And he persevered, because he didn't give up when the resistance didn't work the first time he tried, so he kept trying. And the final leader I researched was Terry Fox. He was born on July 28, 1958, and he's a symbol of hope and perseverance for everyone who has heard his story. After losing his leg to cancer at the age of 18, he decided to run across Canada to raise awareness and money for cancer research. Though we have not yet found a cure for cancer, each year there is a Terry Fox Walk held in many places across Canada to continue raising money and awareness for the cause. With the use of a custom prosthetic leg, Terry set out from St. John's, Newfoundland on April 12, 1980, and ended up covering 5,373 kilometers in 143 days. He was forced to stop his Marathon of Hope on September 1st, 1980, when the cancer had invaded his lungs. He died shortly before his 23rd birthday on June 28, 1981. And his accomplishments and major events. He accomplished his Marathon of Hope, which was him running across Canada. His immense impact on cancer research, because his goal was to raise $1 from every Canadian, and he has definitely surpassed that goal. His ongoing fundraising towards cancer research we fundraise every year to this day, and his never-ending legacy he left behind, because we still learn about him each year, and he is still a very big part of cancer research. And his major events were that he inspired a global movement. He got every Canadian together to fundraise for a bigger cause than just themselves, and he changed the public perception of cancer, because people used to think it is a disease, but people saw it as bad, and they didn't want to talk about it because it was not a good thing, and there was stigma around it, and he broke down that wall and made people see it's just a natural thing, and that we had to bring awareness to it. And And he established the Terry Fox Foundation, which has raised so much money towards cancer research and still continues to. And his leadership qualities were that he has a lot of perseverance because he didn't give up and throw himself a pity party when he knew he could have just stopped and it ended his life right there basically, but he didn't give up and he kept on going even though cancer was killing him. And he was committed to a greater cause because he didn't just give up, and he decided to put his sickness towards a greater good for everyone.